I was just in this federal courthouse that's behind me, covering the arraignment of Nicolás Maduro of Venezuela. I've been covering criminal court for years. I covered the trial of President Trump, gavel to gavel. I covered proceedings against Harvey Weinstein. This is up there with one of the most extraordinary proceedings I've ever seen. You had a president of a foreign country who was seized in that country in a military raid, transported to Manhattan, and answering to federal charges on American soil. When he entered the courtroom, you could see the way he carried himself with some measure of dignity and almost calm. Maduro was trying to give a speech and talk about the fact that he had been kidnapped, in his words, and the judge really cut him off. And later, you could see that Maduro had quickly learned who was the boss because he simply asked the judge, "Can I keep my notes?" So we kind of saw him learn in real time. And this is the indictment against Maduro. He's charged with 4 different federal crimes. One is conspiracy to commit narco-terrorism. One is conspiracy to import cocaine. There's possession of machine guns and destructive devices, as well as a conspiracy to possess machine guns and destructive devices. The DEA really accuse him of running Venezuela almost as a way station for the importation and processing of cocaine. It says, a corrupt, illegitimate government that, for decades, has leveraged government power to protect and promote illegal activity, including drug trafficking. The reason those machine gun charges are in there is because they carry heavy penalties, particularly when combined with narco trafficking charges. So prosecutors often pair them just to make sure that a defendant understands the seriousness of the crimes that are facing him. But really, there's a host of new and extraordinary legal issues that we're going to be contending with in this case. I think one of the most important of those is what's known as head of state immunity, basically the idea that you cannot prosecute a foreign leader on American soil. The United States government has long said that Maduro is not the legitimate leader of his country, but others recognize him as such. And of course, Maduro in court today said, "I am the president of Venezuela." Maduro is being held at a well-known Brooklyn jail called MDC, where other major figures have been held, including Diddy, including Sam Bankman-Fried, and we don't expect to see him again in court until March. This case is certain to last months, and it could easily extend into years.